What's up, guys? Another day, another video. Look at this beautiful weather today. So, great news and, bad news for me. Today is new bike day. But the bad news is, it's not a new bike day for me. It's a new bike day for my dad. So, I'm gonna go and meet him at the shop we bought it from, which is Sala. When I say new bike for him, because it's not a brand new bike or a recent bike. It's a 2006 Yamaha XJR 1300. The monster truck of motorbikes, I guess, because that thing has torque. Oh, that's not very clever. That thing's got torque for days. You know, it's only a 5-speed, which surprised me. And I will do a quick ride video on it at some point. And I'm not even gonna entertain this guy. I will do a quick video on it at some point, but today it's all about my dad today. I'm gonna pop down and meet him, go for a quick bike ride, have a look around, maybe do a quick 360 and some shots on it. We can talk about it, and yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. The weather's been miserable all week, so it's quite nice to see. It's actually, I'm still wearing my summer gloves, so it's not even that cold, which is nice. I do have the feeling that these days are gonna get rarer and rarer as the weeks come. December and January usually are pretty quiet when it comes to rides out. So those like city bikes are actually pretty fun. I actually wouldn't mind having one of them just to whiz around the city. Come on, mate, you can make it. It's not a Range Rover. Jesus Christ. I'm so excited for my dad. I've actually not ridden that bike yet. He test rode the other day and I was like, the weather wasn't great. And I didn't want to be the guy getting it all dirty, so I just, more dirty than he already was by the time my dad was finished with it. But I gotta say, I do love older bikes. I'm quite excited to ride it. But I don't know, that bike, I guess I really have to ride it to make up my mind. But I just don't know if that's gonna be something that would be for me, It's, first of all, it's it's massive. It's such a long bike, twin exhaust. But it's got some nice features, It's got the all-in shock at the back. It's twin shocks, which obviously, it's a bit unusual for me because I'm quite used to single shock. Saying that, I do have my Honda back in Portugal that has a twin shocks, and I'm telling you, those things are not shocks. They're just, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe them. They didn't really fancy these bikes actually go. They're nippy like. I'm just gonna keep up. Oh my god, he's like pulling me down and everything. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, that was fun. Oh man, that's what I mean, like with those small bikes you can literally just drag them around. No, they don't have the most power in the world, but it's so much fun to see that guy absolutely chin down on his fuel tank, giving it absolute beans. Oh man, that was fun. So yeah, the all-in shock, I'm really curious to try that bike. Obviously they're an old version of those shocks. They're like almost 20 years old, if not more, and it's got as well the Yamaha front and rear brakes as well, so that bike should it is a massive bike. I actually don't know how much it weighs, but it's definitely in the 200s, 220 maybe, 230. It is a heavy bike, which I was a bit, reluctant for my dad because he's got bad knees. He already struggles with his Z900, so yeah, look, I'm not gonna blackmail him into not buying something if he really likes it, but I don't know. Like I said, I need to ride it to make sure that I would like it or not, because it sounds nice. So there's a bonus. Oh, that was a good one. The ferries. I always say hi to bye to the ferries, That's Manx tradition, I guess. But that's, look, I don't know if you're gonna care, but that's actually not the real ferry bridge in Yellowman. That's somewhere else. but for some reason this one kind of did what the French did, the French fries, and just took ownership of it, I guess. Bum, 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 bum. I need to wash my bike. You know, riding it is fun, washing it not so much for me anyway. I know some people love to spend half their days washing and cleaning and waxing, but I don't know, man. I think maybe probably trauma from being a kid when I used to have to wash my dad's car and my dad's motorbikes, so I never really enjoyed it. Jason Griffith's Motorcycles, probably the shop in Yamaha with the most choice when it comes to bikes, and one of the best ones, you know.
Here she is, Yamaha XJR 1300. A proper street muscle truck with more torque than horsepower, built around a huge air-cooled inline 4. You also get all-in rear shocks, a sofa for a seat, and brakes strong enough to stop the earth from rotating. A beautiful, timeless design. I see why my dad picked it.
Honestly, it's like Christmas Day for my dad. He's so excited. So, for a christening of the new bike, my dad wants to do an Yamaha TT lap. But on a Saturday, to be honest, it's not fun, man. Like, until you go to like the mountain and maybe some of the no speed limits, but you know, especially the road from Douglas to Peel is just, the traffic is insane, so I don't love it. I prefer to go like early in the morning, but today is not about me. Ferries. Well, here we go. We're at the we're not at the start, but we're at our start. Where's that coming from? That way. Okay. Yeah. So, kind of joining after the quarter bridge. You know, 30 seconds after they start the race. What we'll do is we'll just go literally around the TD track and end of the grandstand. These kind of roads are just insane. They're just so heavily used in the Yamaha that riding a bike is not the funnest thing to do. You gotta get through these to get to the fun parts, unfortunately. Oh, I hate traffic, I hate traffic, I hate traffic, I hate traffic. Oh, look at this weather. Gotta keep yourself entertained on these 30-mile-an-hour zones. Never get tired of that. Oh man, I love the Glen Helen corners. This is the Glen Helen section of the TT course. And the only problem with Glen Helen, I mean, and they've improved a lot in the last year or so, I'd say, because it's quite sheltered without trees. It's always very wet and greasy, and you know, like look, you know, most of the roads are dry, but you just gotta keep an eye. They're such nice roads. I mean, this used to be all covered, so they've done a really good job on clearing it up. But still, there's a lot of areas that unfortunately they just can't do much about. And I can imagine just how scary it must be for the TT riders to make these corners flat out. Especially this corner gets so greasy and so slippery. Coming up the Kronkivori straight, and this straight is special. I absolutely love it. It's so bumpy, but I absolutely love it. When you pin it with a quick shifter, it's such a... I can't wait to have an aftermarket exhaust, because I can only imagine how amazing the noise is. I'm also going to take it easy because it's my dad's first ride on that bike, so I don't want to go a bit too adventurous, and he tries to keep up with me on that 20-year-old bike with no traction control, no ABS, no nothing. No nothing. I don't know why people say no nothing. No nothing. Anyway. Oh, what is this? Oh man, but look how nice that is. Sigh. I wish my bike made noise. the urge of absolutely sending it, but I have to be good because I'm with my dad and he's on a new bike, so I don't want him to also send it. Ride within your limits, and if you don't know the bike, you're not a professional rider, so today is a perfect day. It's nice how the wind is quite calm as well. Coming up to the famous Balaf Bridge where riders actually go airborne here. Again, I mean, it's not the only place, but here is a proper low speed sending it into the oblivion, because you have this like woo, like that. You got this kind of bump on the bridge, and some of the faster riders, Jesus, you know, you'd think that they're doing motocross. They launch it so high up. Also, fortunately known for fortunate accident of Robert Dunlop, where his rear wheel actually disintegrated when he landed. It was a manufacturer error. I think it was a single swing arm, I can't remember, and his wheel just literally, the rim came off the actual hub, and I mean, he didn't take his life, but he took a lot of his mobility, especially on, I think, his left wrists. He was clutching. But believe it or not, he continued racing. Unfortunately, his racing and life came to an end in the Northwest. I think it was in the practice session on a two-stroke, whereas I can't remember if it was his engine seized or... Unfortunately, Michael was the first person to... One of the first person. He was behind him, not far behind him. I remember Michael saying that when his dad went past him, or he was in front of him, he saw that the smoke coming out of the exhaust was a weird color, like a white, kind of different kind of white color that you'd see, which to me, I guess, I don't know, maybe his bike was too lean, maybe. Then Michael went on to actually win the race. I think it was the next day, and that, folks, is just, you know, you couldn't write that. It must have been so emotional for him, because it was two brothers. It was William and Michael that were racing that day. I think William had a mechanical at the start line, I think. I don't think he even made a start from what I remember. And then Michael just drove like his life depended on it. I believe he was being chased by John McGuinness, a prime John McGuinness, because at the time he was dominating. I think Michael was still a teenager when he won. There's a famous documentary, it's actually narrated by Liam Neeson, about the Dunlop family. It's worth a watch. I'll try and find it and I'll stick on the description below. I'm pretty sure you can watch it for free on YouTube. Like I said, once you overcome the pain of having to go through the A road, once you get to these roads, it's much quieter. And although it's a bit bumpy here, these roads are so nice. We're coming up to Ramsey now. After that, you will go over the famous mountain road. So yeah, we're in Milltown now. This is Milltown corner. I generally, look, I'll be honest, like, this corner just looks so, at the speeds that the guys do it, it's a proper corner. And when you go like that, to contend with if you go too wide, you know, you gotta really just have the balls of steel to just pin it around that corner. Looking up, because we're gonna go up there. It looks alright up there. It looks sunny. Hopefully not too windy. I don't see many trees flapping about, which is nice. So we're coming up to everybody's favorite bit of DD track. And many of the sections are obviously de-restricted, so you can literally ride there like you stole it, I guess. So this is the hairpin, the last corner before the first no speed limits. And look how greasy and full of leaves it is here. Mind if I'm quiet, folks, but I'm gonna have to pay attention to what I'm doing, and unfortunately I can't talk and ride at the same time. My traction control just massively kicked in there, like massively. It's also got lean sensitive traction control, so I guess when I'm leaning, it's a bit more reserved. my god. Oh my god, that was so fun. Oh. Pa. that was fun. And the the KTM Super Duke ahead of me. Man, that thing has a lot of power. As you can tell, it's a lot of fun to own a motorbike. I haven't ridden a motorbike that hard in a while. I just thought I'd give you an idea of how nice it is to ride up the mountain. And one thing is, you know, like during TT, that's a one-way, so you can literally drive around like it's a racetrack. You know, shout out to Chin Mounts that is holding my my DJI to my obviously chin to my helmet chin. Because, you know, the kind of speeds you make here, I mean, fine, yes, okay, most riders use this for day to day, doing up to 70 miles an hour. But when you're doing 120, 130 on a mountain, and it's super high up, so the wind there is insane. But the camera, it's just, well, it's still here. So, yeah, nice one, Shinman. So, if you ever want to sponsor me, please reach out. I'll give you my agent's number. It's actually quite, talk about agents, I just reminded me. My dad is just the cutest thing ever. Everywhere we go, every bike meet, you know, he's like my PR agent. He tells everyone I've got a YouTube channel, and he almost blackmails them into subscribing. Okay, he wouldn't go that far, but it's just nice, you know. It's nice to have a proud dad, I guess. It's just so funny. Hey, do you know my son's got a channel called Nuno Rides Bikes? You know, check it out. Scotland trip and Isle of Man and Portugal, and yeah, it's just the funniest thing ever. Well, guys, I think this is the right time to end this video. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 today. So you got new bike day for my dad. You got a lap of, well, almost a lap of the Yamaha MT-09. Like, if you enjoyed that, please give it a like. It would be quite nice. It really helps my channel. It costs you no money, just costs you a little. You know, it's actually exercise. You're exercising your fingers, so you know you burn a calorie doing it. So you know, do it. And if you want to see more content, just subscribe. Again, free, doesn't cost a thing. And yeah, I'll see you out there. Peace.